Hi Sagittarius, welcome back. So Sagittarius, this is going to be your you versus them reading. I'm going to go back and forth between you and the person you may be connecting with. Keep in mind it's a general reading, so the roles may be reversed. Feel free to flip them if you need to. And my readings are timeless, so I just trust that when this finds you, it's for you. And let's go ahead and see what we have for you. Before I get into the tarot, I do want to talk about some of the energy I was feeling as I kind of prepared for the reading and as I sat in the meditation. So, actually, before I started meditating, I was kind of going through my phone to clear storage space, and a song started playing. And I thought it was maybe coincidental, but then when I sat in the meditation, the song came back through, which means it was pertaining to the Sagittarius reading. And the song is called Lost on You. It's by LP. Specifically the main part of the song where she says, and all the things I've done for you, is that lost on you? Hold on, now it's coming back through. She says, let's raise a glass or two to all the things I've lost on you. It's a deep song. Definitely go check it out if you're not familiar with it. It may resonate further with you. Just those lyrics may resonate, or the artist, LP, you may feel connected to her in some way. But either way, take it or leave it. That's what I got. When I sat in the meditation, I also got an image of a doorbell, and I heard ding dong. And they just kept showing me someone pushing a doorbell, so I don't know if you have packages arriving, letters. I heard emails. Emails don't arrive via doorbell, but you know what I mean, notifications. Like there's something coming in, okay? It could actually be someone arriving at your door. So just be aware of that, Sagittarius, as that was a really repetitive message I kept getting. All right. And then the last song that came through was the beginning parts to the song, Aruba, Jamaica, Ooh, I Want to Take Ya. Now, I got that song before a while back ago, and it was in the Aquarius reading. Some of you could be dealing with an Aquarius or have that in your birth chart. So, let's get into the tarot now and see what we've got going on. I've got some cards out already while I was talking, and the first one is the first house of self. So, this is like back to the basics, the beginning. The first house is Aries energy. Some of you could have Aries energy in your chart, be dealing with one. And or this is just like a new beginning type of vibe. But it also talks about your outlook on life, your outlook on your self-image, what you deserve, how you feel about yourself, how worthy you feel about yourself. It's kind of a gateway entry point. Okay, so to me, sometimes the first house will show up when you've recently had some closure, or there's a chapter ending as it goes back to the one, right? So, again, it's so funny because I just noticed that there is an actual door opening in this depiction, and I got that doorbell image in my mind. So, your overall vibe, Sagittarius, is the Hermit in the reverse, Virgo energy. For some of you, could have that in your chart, be dealing with one. Person you're connecting with is the Four of Wands. So, this is like maybe after a time period of maybe introverting or closing yourself off, Sagittarius, and doing some self-reflection, you are now kind of ready to come out of that energy. Okay, so I feel some of you may have had difficulty just being able to see the reasoning behind some things, because sometimes also the Hermit in reverse is like not being able to self-reflect for whatever reason, or not being able to see outside of your emotional self, not being able to see something objectively. And that might have been something that you were battling with, or the person you were connecting with was battling with, not being able to see outside of themselves. And now it's like coming full circle, I feel. This person is in the Four of Wands. So this is about freedom, independence. That may be the energy that this person is getting ready to go into, or their response. That's a weird message. Their response to something is to establish their freedom. They're giving me the image of the movie Braveheart. I have no idea why. Oh, okay, the part of the movie where Mel Gibson says, you can take our something, but you will never take our freedom. So this could be someone who has like a heavy fight or flight type of energy around them, or they may connect with that movie Braveheart or that time span where it was like a battlefield, like a warrior type of vibe, okay? They might have had a past life maybe even in that. But it doesn't have to be that specific. It's just like, yeah, a large fight or flight response coming out of this person, and it's all about establishing their freedom, all right? So let's go into the recent past and see what led up to this for you, Sagittarius. And then we are going to look at your perception of each other, how you genuinely feel underneath it all, and your hopes and most likely outcome. So, recent past energy, 3 of Wands, 2 of Swords, Judgment, one more, the Page of Cups. So Sagittarius, in the recent past, it's like, I'm getting the song Wide Open Spaces. Some of you are looking for more space, wide open spaces. But, sorry, that was a side note. It's like kind of being at a standstill, really uncertain as to like what the future holds, knowing that you need to make some decisions, but maybe having trouble reflecting or seeing outside of your own self to be able to make that decision, because this is a lot of like uncertainty, feeling pulled in different directions, not being able to kind of feel your way through something. And this may have had you in this kind of standstill energy of not really knowing what to expect or what was coming next. It's like having plans but not being able to foresee the future, and because of that, like feeling insecure about being able to make a decision. Some of you having difficulty letting something go here. But then coming into this space where you are opening up to new ideas of self, opening up to new possibilities is the word I got, maybe even new connections. It's like seeing the possibilities after a time period where you may have been stuck in the dark or stuck in the problem, you know, and now kind of moving towards more of the solution-oriented energy and being able to make clear decisions from that space, where in the past it was kind of like hit or miss, you know, like making decisions without even knowing or having the validation that it was the correct thing to do. It's just kind of like, well, let me try this. Okay, did that work? Let me try this. Okay, did that work? And like I said, they gave me the word hit or miss. So it's kind of hit or miss in the past. But coming to some sort of clarity here as we go into the now energy. So let's see what this person's recent past energy is. Also felt like a little bit of irritability, I guess, in the energy. I can't tell if that's coming from you or the person you're connected with. Like, I found myself kind of getting frustrated as I prepared for the reading, which usually I'm very organized, very happy to do these readings, but I feel there's some irritability around this, all right? Let's see this person's recent past. That song is coming back in my mind now, the Chariot. The Knight of Swords in the reverse, the Queen of Wands, the 6 of Wands, and the Page of Swords in the reverse. Holy cow. Well, this person has certainly battled with some trust issues, some issues with being unable to truly communicate what it is that they're feeling. This person could have been very temperamental in the past, but it's almost like this person, if they were being temperamental or they're giving me the word temper tantrums, it was for attention seeking like behavior, okay? Or like maybe when this person threw a tantrum when they were little, they got some sort of attention or validation out of it. And so it became a learned behavior that if I'm grumpy enough or I'm mad enough, then I will prove my point, because maybe that worked on the people around them when they were younger in life, or maybe that worked on their parents, right? But it's a sense of this person not realizing, well, the world really isn't going to accommodate that. And in fact, it energetically pulls you backwards and kind of cuts you off from your own resources. And so this person, I do feel they're trying to break free of some like, I heard bonding, something about bondage, or like a learned behavior that may be very ingrained in them. This person wants to move forward, but they kind of block themselves from being able to do that. They may want to communicate something to you, Sagittarius, but there may be a block in communication as well, or bad communication. I feel like this person, if you're doing better than them, they see that as a threat, or at least they have in the past. And it created like this spitefulness or this trust issue to pop up within this person, because it's pulling at their insecurities. So it's a shame, because it's like they cannot be happy for you, not because they don't feel connected to you, but because maybe they have this inner child that is spiteful, that can be jealous, and yeah, something like that going on. Or at least that's how it's been in the past with this person in other relationships, if not with you. So let's see how you perceive this person, and keep in mind that perception is in the eye of the beholder, right? So this might be your truth, but it may not be how they see it, but we'll go back and forth. So how do you see them? The Star, I wanted to come out. The Seven of Cups. Wow. Two of Cups. Four of Cups and the Devil. Aquarius, Capricorn energy out now. So I heard lost in confusion. That makes sense why I got the song Lost on You. It's like you really had a lot of wishes and a lot of hopes tied around this connection, Sagittarius, but there's also a lot of illusionment and confusion, and you may have tried to emotionally detach yourself, but it's like you always get sucked back in somehow to this connection. There may be a very strong tie to this person, but it may not be the healthiest, okay? Or at least it hasn't been. It's like you're trying to ignore, you're trying to do the best you can to stay hopeful, I feel, but at the same time, you're trying to ignore like the bad aspects of this person or the connection, or like if this person, you know what it is? It's almost like you're ignoring this person's bad behavior. Because remember what I just said about like they are used to maybe getting their way by throwing fits. Okay, maybe that was something that worked for them in the past. Or some sort of bad behavior, because I'm getting Halsey, bad at love, which I also got in the Aquarius reading. But it's like you're trying to ignore that behavior, okay? So it's like I will not give this my attention or my focus if that's how you're going to act, or if that's how you're going to be. And in a way, it's sort of like you're punishing them like a parent, you know. I don't think your intention is to punish necessarily. I think your intention is to preserve your own healing, and to like not further confuse you. Because I feel when you do give this person your attention, it does tend to like bring you down, or then may cause you to question like yourself or your own goodness or your own wish fulfillment. So it's like you look the other way, even though I do feel you have a very strong soulmate type of connection with this person. And it's like you see the good in this person too. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. It's not all bad, right? Like you see you see this person through the eyes of hope, that they could be, you know, your wish fulfillment. But also you feel like this person is confused about what it is maybe that they want, and they have some like codependent or really toxic traits that you try to ignore, or your best to try to ignore. I keep getting that song in my head. Small if you got 'em 'cause it's going down. All I ever wanted was you. That's the same song, Lost on You. All right, so let's see. It comes up. That song keeps popping up every time I get into this person's energy. So it could be that is for this person, but take it as it resonates. Let's see how they view you. Nine of Pentacles. Five of Wands. The Hermit. And the Eight of Swords. Virgo energy here. So this person is, they take your independence as a threat. I'm sorry, I just keep getting that. There's something about you not needing them, or at least not showing that to them, that is threatening to their ego. Of course, their soul does not see it that way, but this person might be heavily immersed in the ego. But it's like, they are trying to do some self-reflection, right? But this person is getting very much stuck in their head, very conflict-ridden, very much internal turmoil going on within this person. They also want to be independent. They also want to be able to be free and stand on their own. And it's not that they can't, but I get that this person doesn't believe that they can, or because why else would they view it as a threat? You know, unless they believed that you have something that they don't have, or that you have a characteristic trait that they haven't cultivated yet, or something about that. It's like you're just trying to be maybe you, Sagittarius, and this person is taking it personal. Like something like that going on. I do feel they view you as someone who's very capable, but also they, like I said, they feel a lot of inner conflict around this. They may have really went deep internally about this, deep into their mind about this, to try and figure things out. So let's see what the emotional space looks like. The Hermit, Seven of Pentacles, the Hermit again. Eight of Pentacles. The Ace of Wands. So Sagittarius, this is a lot of self-work going on. This is a lot of inner dialogue. This is a lot of spirituality for my spiritual Sagittariuses. Taking a look at self, becoming self-aware, self-reflecting. I heard begin again. It's like you really have put some time and effort here into figuring out what it is that you want to put your time and energy and focus into. And I think for a lot of you right now, your heart is really set on kind of building yourself up, building your empire is what I heard. Finding passion and energy in your life and coming from that space. Like I said, some of you are going from this introverted stage where you might have been keeping, tabs. Somebody might be keeping tabs on someone. Side note. What I was going to say is like keeping some things to yourself, right? Emotionally. And then maybe doing some work around the home or work on your practical environment, or just focused on the things that are in front of you. And then this ignition of passion coming in. Okay, definitely as we go into October. So I feel like there's something inside of you that's coming alive, right? And it's after a period of maybe feeling like you were asleep. And this, I got this in the live Sunday weekly that I did, Wake Me Up Inside by Evanescence. That's not the name of it, but that's the lyric. She says, wake me up inside. There's a wake up here. A major one. Let's see how this person's feeling. Four of Pentacles. Oh, wow. Is that all? All right, so Four of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, and the Devil. So the Devil showed up twice now. Capricorn energy again for some of you. But Sagittarius, this person holds on to a lot, you know, and I do feel that sometimes they have trouble communicating things, and so they just kind of hold it in, you know. But I do feel emotionally this person is trying to be patient. They want stability, but this toxic energy keeps popping up. This compulsive, obsessive, paranoid inner child that they haven't healed is blocking some sort of progress within probably their family life, their career life. You know, this person may have trouble letting things go, okay, or opening up. And it's all stemming from this one blockage about, like I said, some sort of codependency that was learned, okay? It's like, if it's not as deep as that, it could just be negative thinking, you know? Like, this person having good ideas, you know, having the ability to be stable, having the ability to come together, but then their own stinking thinking begins, or they start to get into this space of like obsessing over something, and it throws a wrench in it. This could be a repetitive pattern this person has had, and they may be going through this self-love journey, right, where we go back to the first house, where they're needing to do some self-work around awareness, around self-awareness. So let's go into hopes. The Seven of Wands. This is my peace of mind card. So I feel like you almost kind of want to block it out, Sagittarius. You almost just kind of want to be in your bubble. And like I said, some of you are trying to ignore this person. If it's not ignore, it's just like when they are in this toxic mode, you're trying to detach from that. And it's for self-preservation is the words I'm getting. It's like a self-preservation technique of you not trying to get entangled in this person's energy when they are in that toxic energy. And that's a good idea. I mean, honestly, energy is contagious. There's no way around that, right? And when we decide to exchange or connect with someone, we do an energy exchange. So some of you are like, ooh, it never feels good when I connect with this person when they're acting like that. And so when they're acting like that, I'm going to avoid. So, you know, some of you are like in avoidance mode almost. This person wants the Six of Wands, Ace of Wands. They want to go specifically back to a time in their life when they felt more passion, when they felt more energy, more vitalization. This person may be in this mindset that things were better when, or better in a different era, or, you know, whatever. They somewhat are having issues feeling content in the present moment. And that could be a passing moment, right? They may not always feel like that way, but that could be where they go when they go into toxic mode of like, oh, it was better back then, I was better back then, or this, you know. And see, the dangerous thing about looking at the past as if it's better than what you're experiencing now is you don't have any control over the past. You cannot go back to it. And all it does is make you feel worse about what's going on in the life that you're currently being blessed with. So it's like this person is, they kind of damage themselves when they get stuck in that mode, right? So let's see what the most likely future outcome is, Sagittarius. And keep in mind that all of the future outcomes can be changed with free will. All right, you're in the driver's seat. No one else. Temperance, 10 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, 3 of Cups, Sagittarius. You're going to go through some sort of closure here. Like I said at the beginning, this is the 10, this is the 1. So there's a completion and a new beginning. And anytime there's a completion, there's a new beginning. Even in death, we are reborn into life, okay? Always continually going through that cycle. So I feel you're getting some sort of closure here, whether you're giving that to yourself, someone is giving that to you, universe is bringing it to you. It'll show up different for each of you. But it's like finally being able to regain yourself and move forward and somewhat clear the slate. And now comes in this sense of peace and balance and also cooperation in the environment, like minds, friends, support, your network showing up. Some of you, it could be like clearing the slate with someone, helps to bring in a reconciliation if you so want it. Some of you want to be free and clear of that. Some of you would welcome it. You would know which one you are. But it's like when you finally decide enough is enough, when you finally decide that you are the most important person because you're the only person that is you, and you come to this space of truly owning, you know, yourself and your independence, which I feel like a lot of you are, then it's like this slate gets wiped clean and you get a new fresh start here. But what is the fresh start that you want? That's the question you need to ask yourself. This will probably come in when the retrograde leaves us, so about mid to end October, I would guess, but the timeline will be different for all of you. So let's see this person's most likely future outcome. Five of Cups, Eight of Cups. See, the thing is, Sagittarius, once you heal yourself, it pushes. Once you no longer make, they corrected me, once you no longer make your healing about anyone else, including this person, but yourself, then all of the cooperative components will come into play, including this person's desire to feel good as well. Because, see, now, they took you doing better as somewhat of a threat in the past. That was coming from insecurity. But it didn't stop you from continuing to go on your path and improve yourself. So I think this person felt like if they threw a big enough temper tantrum, so to speak, that it would somehow stop you from moving forward or growing past where they have grown. Because I do feel like your growth was a threat. Now this person sees that has not stopped your growth. It may have halted it temporarily or slowed it down, but it didn't stop it. And this person very much wants the same type of growth in their own life for themselves, okay? But they have some inner demons or some things that they haven't dealt with yet. So, is the answer to then lower yourself and then to accommodate this person? No, because that never works. You know that never works. So the answer then that you've come to, I feel like you're arriving to this answer, is I'm going to continue to grow and develop and start over. And this person now knows that they cannot stop or control that. They either raise the vibration and they come along for the ride, or they get left in their own stinking thinking, right? And it's not to be malicious towards this person. I don't have any cards of malicious intent. So meaning like, I don't feel like you're doing this to like prove a point to them, to get them to change. Although I think you did that in the past. Now I feel like you're genuinely doing this from a space of wanting it for yourself. See, that's the core difference. The intention matters. And that gives some sort of motivation or inspiration to the energy as a whole, right? So now this person has massive regrets or is definitely going through some major fundamental lessons is what I'm hearing about emotions and emotional control and not letting their mind go to the gutter. They are working on themselves, or in the future energy, they'll be looking at themselves, doing some self-reflection here, and kind of seeing both sides of the coin and wanting to be more balanced in their approach, wanting to be more generous in their approach. So your refusal to go backwards is actually pushing the other to go forwards. Do you see how that works? So this person's going to need to sleep on this, think on this, feel this. They're going to have to feel it. They may have been someone who avoids emotion a lot. And see, that's part of the reason why the inner work hasn't come through for them, because they have to feel it. They have to know what it feels like. And so this person is definitely feeling it, okay? Or at least in the future energy, definitely feeling it. Those emotions are causing them to do some sort of self-reflection, see things from another point of view. And if they've been on the receiving end for too long and not giving, then that's also something they need to consider about the equal give and take in the connection. And this might be after a period of time where this person kind of goes and does some healing work, or a period of silence possibly, but they're heavily thinking and definitely coming to some self-awareness. All right, so what does the Osho Zen have to say about this? Sagittarius, you have guidance. I love this guidance card because it reminds me of Sagittarius energy with the angel wings. And this person has compromise. So this person might not be the best at compromise, but that's what they're being called to do. You have, guidance here. So you're being guided, have been guided through this entire process. A very spiritual past few years for you, Sagittarius, especially this past year. So listen to the guidance, okay? Let's see what the overall guidance card is, and we'll leave it there. Oops. Whoa. Oh, gosh. Okay. Yeah, 3. It says gratitude, just ask, and study. Gratitude. Life is one big continuous circle of giving and receiving energy. Be thankful for who and what's in your life instead of complaining about what you don't have. If you focus on gratitude, you'll start to attract prosperity and abundance. That could be for you or your cross watcher. Study. Spirit has its own special way of letting you know that it's time to study again. From time to time, it's important to go back and learn, whether that's learning old things in a new way or learning something totally new. This is an opportunity to expand your mind. Some of you might be learning something new during this time frame, or studying, quite literally. Just ask. There are many here in the spirit world that can assist you at this time. We're made up of divine source, loved ones, friends, and guides and angels who are waiting to assist you. Your spiritual team is here. Like I said, you have guidance around you, Sagittarius. Pay attention to your thoughts, your emotions, your intuitive nudges, what you know to be true about yourself, and don't ever dim your light for anyone else. All right. So, Sagittarius, zodiac signs you might be dealing with. Capricorn energy here. Virgo. Cancer. Aries, Pisces, Libra. Virgo again. Virgo again. Capricorn. Aquarius. Sagittarius. Some of you Scorpio, Aries, if I didn't already say that. So that's what I have for you guys. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, please do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. You can find me on YouTube and Instagram for more fun stuff, as I do go live there as well. Tarot Time with Dana, link down in the description box below, as well as in the About section of my YouTube. And if you'd like to donate to the channel, you can do so over there as well. Either way, I'm wishing you the very best, Sagittarius. And until next time, my friend.